I think that Children's Miracle Network and Walmart do great things together. I support Children's Hospital and all of the good work that they do because of these two right here. They are my children's network miracles.
Midtown Medical Center has impacted my life. My daughter Brittany has sickle cell anemia. She's treated there a lot. The nurses and the doctors are great.
Children's of Alabama made a difference in my life because we really thought we were going to lose her, my daughter, but with the help from Children's Hospital, they were able to save her.
I have a 4-year-old with Down syndrome, so we've been up there numerous times. You know, they've helped us resolve, you know, all of his problems, the doctors and nurses there, and I just can't thank them enough for all they've done.
About 3 years ago, my nephew Wayne was diagnosed with cancer on his brain. We were at the Children and Women's Hospital in Mobile. It has been a blessing to my family in order to be able to take him where a group of people are knowledgeable and have the equipment to help us out.
Why do I support the Studer Family Children's Hospital at Sacred Heart? Because I have a personal commitment to that. I have a set of twins that'll be 30 in August that spent the first 6 weeks of their life in the neo-intensive care unit there. So as they've grown up, it's just a miracle that they're here.
We are V3119, the #1 fundraising super center for the Studer Family Children's Hospital at Sacred Heart.
Our club is known so much for their community involvement. When it comes to fundraising and different organizations, they jump on board, and the Studer Family Children's Hospital is just one of those that we just take pride in.
I support the hospital because I don't think that children should have to have any harder decisions in life than what flavor ice cream they want. So if I can help them feel better and get to being a child again, that's what it's all about, is seeing the smiles and that laughter.
Both my nephews have went to Children's Hospital for several procedures over the last couple years. Every procedure has been successful. It's made their life better.
So it makes me excited that our customers always are willing to give and help our children and help the hospitals in our area. So it's very exciting to see our customers give back to the community.
It makes me feel great that Walmart supports USA Children's and Women's Hospitals. I actually got to tour our local facility last year and actually see with my own eyes what all of the money does.
It's great to see our customers want to get so involved. Being in a small town, it's like everybody's family. So we love each other and we support each other, and it's just great to see everybody pull together.
Children's has made a difference in my life. 2 years ago, my 7-year-old nephew was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and he went into open heart surgery in Children's of Birmingham. We spent 2 weeks at the hospital, and the doctors did an amazing job.
I think what we do for Children's and to make it so successful is we come all together as a store, a community, a big family. We make it come to life and just have fun with it.
Last year was our first campaign here at Hazel Green Walmart. We raised a lot of money. Everybody pulled together. They got excited about fundraising, and our community supported us wholeheartedly and give us the money we needed.
When a customer donates to USA Children's and Women's Hospitals, I'm super excited. I love to hear the bells ring. I'm not at a register, but if I did have a register, mine would be ringing off the hook.
I'm proud to work for Sam's Club. I like what they're doing for the Children's Miracle Network, and I hope we raise lots and lots of money at our events for them.
Last year, I actually brought my keyboard in and amp, and I sung a few gospel songs, and people gathered around and listened, and they donated money. I raised over like $200.
We're store 1284 in Phoenix City. We are #1 for Midtown Medical Center. Woo!
The reason why I support Midtown Medical Center is that my son, Jaquavius, was actually born there. They have a group of wonderful nurses, doctors there. Children's Miracle Network came in and stepped in when we actually didn't know where to turn as far as the financial part and the support.
My daughter has cerebral palsy, and she has been in and out of hospitals in Alabama. We had to go like 2 years because she was at the risk of dying. They said that she might die at any time. So with that, they helped us comfort me, and it was just a great thing for me. It was just awesome of how they took care of me to make sure that I was comfortable enough to make sure I could take care of my daughter, because I didn't know anything about disabled kids. I didn't know where to go or what to do. By them telling me how to treat her and how to take care of her, I learned how to encourage her.
I support Children's of Alabama because my granddaughter is a patient there. She's been diagnosed with cerebral palsy, and we've had our first round of surgeries, and the pediatrician that does her surgery said we will probably be a patient there until she's at least 18.
I feel very excited that Walmart supports Children's Hospital because I was a patient and my parents couldn't afford my own treatments. Knowing that Walmart supports the Children's Hospital, it's a wonderful feeling because you're helping those in need.
I have been with the company over 20-something years. I've always been involved in any community activities, but the Children's Hospital, that's my #1 priority in the store.
I'm glad that Walmart Neighborhood Market support USA Women and Children's Hospitals and the Children's Miracle Network because it is such a worthwhile organization saving lives. What else is there to say?
The majority of our associates, we have children, we have grandchildren. I myself have 6 grandchildren. We work for that. I mean, the community. Prattville is called the preferred community for a reason, because we are so close-knit. We come together when there's a need, and Children's of Alabama, there's a need there. Those parents, those children, they need us, and we come together for that reason.
Our community is awesome. I've lived here all my life, and I've never seen them pull together like they do for Children's Hospital.
Last year we did cookouts in front of our store on the weekends, and it was a really great way for the community to come together with our associates.
The Children's Miracle Network campaign directly affects the community here in Helena. We're very involved with the police department and the fire department. We do fundraisers with them in the parking lot to raise money for children's.
We're a family here at Prattville, and we get excited about raising money for the Children's Miracle Network.
It makes me feel wonderful to know that Walmart supports the Children's of Alabama Hospital. All of our registers are prompt to ask the customers if they'd like to donate their change or anything to the Children's Hospital.
Club 8119 is a family. When someone's down in the community or in our club, we're there to help each other. We have each other's backs.
When I see someone from the enterprise community donate the Children's Miracle Network, it gives me a sense of excitement to know that our community is still close-knit and that we do still care.
Our customers help us. They come and they buy, or they come watch the concert. They see us out there, what you do in this store, and we tell them we're doing it for children and stuff. And they just sometimes give a donation because it's for children.
As a pharmacy technician, I see lots of sick children that come through, and I'm so glad that there is a facility nearby called Children's of Alabama.
Walmart's a very community-based organization. They get very involved with their community, and particularly with Children's Miracle Network.
I know this store is very competitive, from the management team to the associates. Last year I know we came in 2nd place, I think it was. The only store that beat us was Jasper, and we are very competitive against Jasper this year, and we are going to be #1.
We are passionate about Children's Miracle Network Hospital because we do know so many kids in the area that have benefited from this, and we have had associates who have gone to the hospital and seen firsthand what that is like and how those people are helped.
I think it makes it real successful with our store, that we like a family here, we work together and we push each other and we just strive to get to our goal. And I know this year we're gonna get there.
Hi, from store 5653 in Orange Beach. We are the #1 fundraising neighborhood market in the U.S.
Here at Walmart Neighborhood Market in Orange Beach, Alabama, we have a collective of tourists. Comes down every year. Our favorite thing is when our cashiers ask them tourists if they would like to donate to the Children's Miracle Network. They are very happy to donate.
My favorite fundraising activity was last year we did a dance-a-thon.
We raised like $400 that night just by people watching us get out there and act like fools. It was a blast. Everybody loved it.
Last year I decided to make an ugly vest. I got permission to take a work vest home and I used some of my own sewing supplies to decorate it. And the next day various people took turns while asking customers would they like to donate.
We had our store managers and some of our assistant managers who actually sat in chairs out back, and we donated money, and you got 3 shots with a pie. So we got to hit our store manager in the face with a pie. That was kind of fun.
I've been with Walmart 30 years this week. And the previous stores that I managed, I always pop popcorn. And I sold it and raised my money for Children's Miracle Network.
Last year I was the top raiser here at 734. And I'm looking forward to it this year, and I'm going to strive to do my best and more this year.
So that was the first year that we did the golf tournament. It was a major event for us. It actually propelled us into #1 position in the entire state. We were able to bring the children, some of the children from the hospital, some of the parents, to actually showcase why we were having the event. The event was a huge success. Then we brought the kids up at the end and allowed the parents to tell their story. And there wasn't a dry eye on the course, and that's why we did it.
Store 483, Prattville, #1 for Children's of Alabama.
In 1997, in January, I was diagnosed with acute lymphocytic leukemia. I am a cancer survivor. I finished my treatments 2.5 years after I was diagnosed, and I still have to go for yearly checkups. So far, I'm pretty good. Couldn't even tell.
My brother was 10 years old. He was in a motorcycle wreck. It nicked his main artery. They transferred him to the Children's Hospital in Birmingham, which there's where they took care of him from there. They saved his life.
My granddaughter Alexis was born with a cleft palate. It affected her speech. It was opening from here on the whole roof of her mouth. And during the time that we had to go to the hospital, all the workers there made her feel very comfortable. They were very responsive to anything that she was nervous about, and they talked through everything with her to let her know what was going on.
The staff that was a big part of our life at USA Children's and Women's Hospital, the nurses, they made sure that my daughter, who was still a teenager, understood, you know, even though it was scary seeing him hooked up to all kinds of machines, he was on a heart monitor all the time, you know. The nurses did everything they could to reassure us.
The little 4-year-old that I know, she, bless her heart, you could have never known that she had cancer, even when she was home. And she's well, thanks to Children's Hospital.
Well, I'm happy to support Children's Hospital because that's one of the best hospitals in the area for a child to go to. A couple of years ago, we were blessed to have not 1 baby, but 2. They came early, they was premature, and they had complications early out, but they're fine now. Healthy growing and steady growing and telling Daddy what to do.
My daughter's name's Cadence Graves. She was born July 31st, 2014. About 4 months old, we had to take her to her pediatrician. Her eyes were a little jerky. You know, they decided to send us to Children's to a specialist. You know, the ophthalmologist checked everything. Told us that she had what they called optic nerve hypoplasia. It's where her optic nerves were underdeveloped and basically her eyes couldn't contact her brain, so she's totally blind. And ever since we've known of her diagnosis, it's been an uphill battle, but we've always had doctors there, specialists there that's helped us every step of the way.
What Children's did for us is it sets you up for a life of health. Colton at one time went into the emergency room and it took 25 people to revive him and get him back. He went into respiratory failure, and I'm gonna tell you what, a hug of a doctor, you know, I know they're not really supposed to do it, and even some tears rolling from some of those people's faces really made us feel how much they had the feelings, just like we did. His kidney function is 85 to 90%. And his doctor to this day looks at us and says, wow.
We're family, and that's what it comes down to. So when it's your family, you know you really work harder to take care of your family. And that's just the way it is.
The whole store supports this, from the top manager on down. Ladies in personnel decided to dress up a cart to cause customers to pay attention to it, to give me something to sit behind so that we could put these signs on it that say we're collecting money for sick children. The first year was a little over $40,000. Last year was the second year, and we did a little over $55,295. And so far this year, this bowl is going to turn to $18,000 tonight. And all I have to do is stand by the bowl, and I say a prayer every day before I come to work and ask the Lord to bless the bowl, bless the hospital gets the money, and the children receive the benefit. And I sit behind the bowl, and He puts it in there.